Good evening, everyone. This is the health class for this week. Uh, there are so many things to talk about when it pertains to health. I always like to quote first and foremost Maimonides saying that let thy food be thy medicine, which means that Hashem, Almighty God, made food for everything and anything that the body would need. Now, the ideal is to be eating correctly and not need to need other things. But we live in a world right now where, and we have spoken about it in the other classes, where there's a mineral chelator in the atmosphere from a company that made it out of California called Monsanto. They're being sued royally for it because it evaporated into the air and the water. And a mineral chelator means that it takes minerals out of the body. And the problem with that lies in the fact that the body needs minerals in order to absorb vitamins. So, putting that in layman's terms, it means that the body cannot absorb the nutrients of food without having minerals first. So, what are some of the minerals that people are not familiar with? Potassium is definitely one of them. Magnesium, calcium. Let me see if I can remember some of them. Let's just get a little feedback from my buddy, the internet over here, as far as those are concerned. I know that, for example, the body needs, I believe, calcium to absorb magnesium, and D3 is they're like a team. They work together. Let's see if we can get some info. Hey Google, how does vitamin D3 benefit the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin that helps your body absorb calcium and phosphorus. Having the right amount of vitamin D, calcium, and phosphorus is important for building and keeping strong bones.
Notice it said calcium, and D3 was a prerequisite. So all vitamins work in the body in that manner. It's like the hand bones connected to the elbow. In other words, vitamin speaking here, that C is needed for the D, for the D, for the E, for the... So what I always highly recommend, and in today's world we have what's called gummies. For those who don't like to take pills, they're now making little candies that are called gummies, and Kosher Vitamins carries them. And if anybody needs the phone number of Kosher Vitamins, either you look it up online, koshervitamins.com, or you can call me for the number. But also, Amazon is now, if you write kosher and whatever the vitamin is, Amazon is now carrying a line of kosher vitamins as well. Interestingly enough, I wasn't looking for it, but I was looking for something else, and it popped up on the list there that Amazon's even selling kosher mezuzahs for the door. I was so surprised. I guess they realize there's a big Jewish world out there. But in any case, let's get back to health here. So calcium is for the bones, and it does many other things. Let's see. Hey Google, what does calcium do for the body?
On the website mayoclinic.org, they say, your body needs calcium to build and maintain strong bones. Your heart, muscles, and nerves also need calcium to function properly. People also sometimes ask me, what are the main functions of calcium in the body? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website harvard.edu, they say, calcium is a mineral most often associated with healthy bones and teeth, although it also plays an important role in blood clotting, helping muscles to contract, and regulating normal heart rhythms and nerve functions.
Okay, so we learned from what we heard so far that I believe D3 is oil soluble. Hey Google, is calcium water or oil soluble?
On the website lentech.com, they say calcium compounds are more or less water soluble. Do you want a little more context?
Yes. Yes.
Solubility of calcium and calcium compounds. Elementary calcium reacts with water. Calcium compounds are more or less water soluble. Calcium carbonate has a solubility of 14 milligrams per liter, which is multiplied by a factor 5 in presence of carbon dioxide.
Hey Google, is potassium water or oil soluble?
On the website lentech.com, they say potassium is non-water soluble, but it does react with water as was explained earlier.
Okay, so these are all minerals. These are things the body needs for different purposes. One of the main purposes of potassium is an electrolyte balancer. In other words, it balances the water in the body. How does it do that? By the intake of both potassium and salt. Salt minimizes the potassium, and the potassium minimizes the salt. So both are needed in order to have the correct balance. Very important to know, potassium, calcium, and D3 are all minerals, and they're all needed by the body. D3 is oil soluble, therefore meaning, what does water and oil soluble mean? It means that vitamins that are water soluble must be taken with water. Then there are vitamins that are oil soluble. Those vitamins need to have like a piece of toast with butter or eggs with butter. Something with oil must be consumed when you take them in order for the body to receive, digest, and absorb these nutrients. So there's various things I wanted to go over today, but before we really get going, and I was waiting to see if some more people would come in before I touch on that subject, which is we are going to talk about today grounding, earthing or grounding, and what is that? Our ancestors did it without knowing what it was. But in today's world that we live in, we even have now what's called grounding pads. So that if you live in a place like I do right now, it's very cold outside many days, and you can't go outside. So there are what's called earthing or grounding pads that you can put on the floor under your table. And if you're not, the shoes that are rubber soles cannot absorb the grounding. But if you're wearing just socks or shoes that have leather soles, you can absorb the grounding. It's an electric current from the ground, a natural current. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. But I wanted to first touch on there are different foods that have collagen naturally and help the body produce collagen quicker. And one of the things that makes the body more rapidly produce collagen is vitamin A. Why is that good? Vitamin A producing collagen. Collagen causes the maintenance of the elasticity of the skin. People, when they're younger, their skin is elastic, sort of elastic, yeah. And so it just kind of pops back in place and it doesn't sag and wrinkle and all that. But as a person gets older and the body naturally produces less collagen, then the skin begins to get tired, I could call it. No? But in any case, so we need to supplement with collagen, but there are also many foods that can be produced that cause collagen. So, one of the main focuses in the world today around us as to a way to get collagen from food is bone broth. Making a soup with bones, chicken bones, meat bones, whatever, a fleischic soup has collagen in it. So therefore, a person would get it naturally. Another vegetable or fruit, we're talking fruit now, is blueberries. Blueberries have collagen. Interesting. CoQ10 is a supplement, comes from some foods. CoQ10 and PQQ are supplements that are anti-aging, but they do a lot more. Let's ask my friend here to clarify more. Hey Google, CoQ10, what does it do for the body?
On the website healthline.com, they say, CoQ10 has been shown to help improve heart health and blood sugar regulation, assist in the prevention and treatment of cancer, and reduce the frequency of migraines. It could also reduce the oxidative damage that leads to muscle fatigue, skin damage, and brain and lung diseases.
And when it's mixed with PQQ, let's see. Hey Google, what does PQQ do for the body?
On the website drlewisclark.com, they say, PQQ protects cells in the body from oxidative damage and supports the metabolism of energy and healthy aging. Do you want a little more context?
Yes. Yes.
PQQ protects cells in the body from oxidative damage and supports the metabolism of energy and healthy aging. To protect the brain, by improving brain energy metabolism, PQQ can help protect against cognitive decline, stroke,
Nice.
excitotoxicity, and the neuronal damage.
That's what we take every day, CoQ10 and PQQ. Okay, so we have learned that there are some very important factors in PQQ as well. Now, here's the interesting thing, that I have a supplement that has both PQQ and CQ10 together. And we take one a day, and it's highly recommended. CoQ10 and PQQ. Very, very good, especially as we're starting to get up there in age, that it slows down anything that we don't want to happen to us. Let's not go there. That's good enough. Vitamin A increases the production of collagen in the body. So vitamin A should be supplemented on a daily basis. Hey Google, is vitamin A oil soluble or water soluble? Hello? Hey Google, is vitamin A water soluble or oil soluble?
On the website healthline.com, they say, vitamin A, also known as retinol, is a fat-soluble vitamin traditionally associated with vision and eye health. Do you want a little more context?
Yes.
Vitamin A, also known as retinol, is a fat-soluble vitamin traditionally associated with vision and eye health. The most abundant dietary sources of vitamin A are liver, fish liver oil, and butter.
But they're not talking about margarine. They're talking about real butter that comes from cow milk. Okay. So, other foods that have collagen are broccoli, cheese, butter, garlic, believe it or not, rose hips, even mineral water, interestingly enough. Vitamin E. What are we going to say about vitamin E today? Vitamin E, they recently have discovered that vitamin E is an antimicrobial. It works very close or similar to a natural antibiotic because it is antiviral, which makes it very, very good and powerful for the cooties around us today. And it's also anti-macula. And another one that has been used to even cure this COVID stuff is NAC, N-A-C. Now, NAC is good not only as an antimicrobial, but NAC, N-A-C, is anti-aging and does quite a few other little things. If a person has an addiction, even to drinking too much coffee or any kind of addiction at all, NAC will break the desire to do the addiction, interestingly enough. So let's get some more info from my buddy over here. Hey Google, what does NAC do for the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, NAC helps to replenish glutathione levels in the body. It also aids in regulating glutamate. These functions may help to improve brain health and benefit people with conditions such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases. People also sometimes ask me, is it okay to take NAC every day? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website pharmacytimes.com, they say, twice daily administration or 3 times daily administration is commonly recommended by the manufacturers. There is no recommended daily allowance for NAC because, unlike vitamins, it's not an essential nutrient. The dosage used to prevent radiocontrast dye damage is 600 milligrams to 1,200 milligrams every 12 hours for 48 hours.
I remember way back when I was much younger, they would say, oh, Bubby Miriam, so glad to see you. So if you want to say or speak or question anything, just call my phone. Okay, so let's go on here. When I was young, they used to say that only people that were fanatical took vitamins and did all this stuff. But we are living in a world right now where it's not even optional anymore. It's mandatory so that we won't need pharmaceuticals and doctors. And that is because of the mineral chelators in the air. That's because of the GMOs in the food. That's because the ground is not left to rest, so it just keeps growing every year more food. And the reason why Hashem told farmers to let things rest, the ground had to rest every 7 years, is because it needed to renutricize. In other words, it would gain back its nutrients, and then when they planted, the food was full of nutrient again. But that's not what's going on in the world around us today. And therefore, the foods that we buy from a supermarket, natural or so-called healthier foods, have like 50% less nutrients than normal. And it's for all of those reasons that we have to be conscious of taking vitamins and minerals, and we need minerals in order for the vitamins to absorb. And in today's world, if we go even to koshervitamins.com or any place where there's kosher vitamins and look for a multivitamin, we find that it says multivitamin and mineral. And the reason it says and mineral is they know what's going on out there. So, as Maimonides said, let thy food be thy medicine, we can avoid a lot of problems with health by knowing what to buy, what to eat, and we don't go by, I have a craving for some tomato sauce today or whatever, but that we need to make sure we are eating correctly. In today's world, we need salad at least once a day. A meal should come with salad. If you make your own homemade salad dressing, and the salad should consist not of lettuce alone, because lettuce is okay, but it doesn't have what spinach has, what some of these other higher quality greens have. And so therefore, they now sell like organic mixed salads and different things like that are more important than just plain old lettuce. And if you take a little baby food processor and you put some cloves of garlic in it, which these days they even sell the cloves of garlic already peeled with hexture, at least at Walmart, and you put those, or you can bust open. If you buy a head of garlic, you take the little cloves out, and you take a hammer and go boom and hit it hard. It'll break the shell off the outside, so you don't have to be sitting there trying to cut and peel it, and it's much easier to use it that way. I learned that in Puerto Rico, but they use a lot of garlic there. Garlic is a natural antibiotic. It also has other things too. Hey Google, what does garlic do for the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, garlic is widely recognized for its ability to fight bacteria, viruses, fungi, and even parasites. One study found that allicin, an active component of freshly crushed garlic, had antiviral properties and was also effective against a broad range of bacteria, including multi-drug resistant strains of E. coli. I also found an answer to this question. What does garlic add to the body? Do you want to hear it?
Yes. Yes.
On the website healthline.com, they say, garlic contains antioxidants that support the body's protective mechanisms against oxidative damage. High doses of garlic supplements have been shown to increase antioxidant enzymes in humans, as well as significantly reduce oxidative stress in those with high blood pressure.
And antioxidants are connected with free radicals. And antioxidants and free radicals are things that the body produces in order to cleanse. They are, once they've cleansed, they need to get out of the body. I learned in a study the other day that excess vitamin C will remove free radicals from the body. So where I used to take 500 or 1,000 milligrams a day, I now take about 3,000 milligrams a day of vitamin C, because the excess does tremendous good things. And I found out that extra D3 keeps the arteries and the veins clear. And so I take now, what's the name of the company? Maxi makes a D3, which is a kosher vitamin, of 5,000 milligrams for one little tablet. And I take 2 tablets daily, so as to work for everything else as well. D3 is also for immunity. Very important to be taking all these immunity boosters on a daily basis. Vitamin C, D3, zinc. Now, a multivitamin is needed. Even though there's some of that in there, don't worry. Vitamins are not like chemicals where there's a danger of overdose on a lot of it. But a good chewy multivitamin, a gummy, or a capsule of a, because no multivitamin has the amount of any vitamin with sufficient amount. So a multi makes this work, that makes this work, that makes this work, so that all together they play a wonderful music on the orchestra. And this is what we need. We need everything functioning and doing. So aside from that, we need super extra C, super extra D3. Zinc shouldn't be more than 50 milligrams a day. And what you can do is, if you have that amount in your multi, then you don't need to take extra zinc in the D. The multi will cover it. I mean, in the zinc, in the multi. Okay. So, I'm sorry?
I've heard that onions also have like antibacterial or some kind of anti-germ properties. Do you know about that?
Oh yeah, no, they're mega powerhouses of health. I'm gonna ask so we can get the whole rundown. Hey Google, what does onions do for the body?
On the website healthline.com, they say, onions contain antioxidants and compounds that fight inflammation, decrease triglycerides, and reduce cholesterol levels, all of which may lower heart disease risk. People also ask me, what does eating raw onions do for your body? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website webmd.com, they say, organic sulfur compounds help reduce the level of cholesterol in your body and may also help break down blood clots, lowering your risk for heart disease and stroke. You should eat onions raw rather than cooked to get the most sulfur compounds from them.
And that you cut them up in tiny pieces and you put them in your salad. Or you can throw it in the little baby food processor along with the garlic. I was trying to tell y'all before, you can take onion, garlic, olive oil, salt, and even if you like cilantro is a detoxer. It takes fluoride out of the body. It takes all the chemicals in the air and everything out of the body. It'll even pull up the glyphosate, which is the Roundup Ready that's in the air. It detoxes the body from toxins. So cilantro can be put into the baby food processor also. You turn it on, it makes a paste with salt. Salt is a preservative, so it won't go bad. And then you put it in a bowl and you put a couple tablespoons of mayonnaise. Now, I would highly recommend that in today's world, even if it has hechsher, it should say that the mayonnaise is made with either avocado oil or olive oil. And Kraft makes one that's OU hechsher, and it's not too super expensive. Tastes very good. But that's a very important thing because in olden days, we used to use what I call car oil, Mazola. We don't use that stuff anymore, guys. It's not good for the body. And because of all the hindrances and mineral chelators and stuff that's in the air around and the food and whatever, we have to be very careful what kind of oils we use. We for cooking, avocado oil is the best because it does not denature from high heat. Or you can mix it if you want to use olive oil in cooking. You put some avocado oil with it, and that way it will not denature with olive oil. And another oil that I've been using lately is MCT oil, which is an oil that's made from coconut. It has a lot of mega nutrients. Let's see what we're going to ask about. Hey, Google, what does oil do for the body?
On the website heartandstroke.ca, they say, oils and fats supply calories and essential fats and help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K. Do you want a little more context?
Yes. Yes.
Oils and fats supply calories and essential fats and help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K. The type of fat is just as important for health as the total amount of fat consumed. That's why it's important to choose healthier unsaturated fats.
Hey, Google, what does MCT oil do for the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, MCT can help your body make ketones, an energy source for your brain that doesn't have carbs. Some say drinking it will make your mind sharper. I also found an answer to this question. How does MCT oil help you lose weight? Do you want to hear it?
No, nobody needs to lose weight over here. Okay. Hey, Google, what
Sorry,
does...
I didn't understand.
No. What don't you understand, the N or the O? Okay. Let's go on. Hey, Google, what does olive oil do for the body?
On the website healthline.com, they say, these antioxidants are biologically active and may reduce your risk of chronic diseases. They also fight inflammation and help protect your blood cholesterol from oxidation, two benefits that may lower your risk of heart disease. People also ask me, how much olive oil per day is healthy? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website brightland.co, they say, as a general rule of thumb, between 1 and 2 tablespoons a day is a good amount of olive oil to consume. This goes for both olive oil that you drink for health benefits and also olive oil that you consume with food as part of your regular cooking process.
And MCT oil is a great oil to make salads with. because it's not cooked in a salad, and it doesn't have a funny taste or anything. Does not taste like coconut. It just healthy. That's it. Okay. Here's another vitamin that's super important, and all multivitamins do not have sufficient amount, and many multis come with what's called cyanocobalamin, which has a small level of poison in it. It's not good for a person. But methylcobalamin is necessary for the body. It's important. I take in the morning 5,000 mcg. Let me see, here it is. Methyl B12, I buy it from Jarrow, and it says 5,000 micrograms. Okay? And let's find out why we need this. And this is vegan, by the way, what I use. Okay. Hey, Google, what does vitamin B12 do for the body?
On the web h.gov, they say, vitamin B12 is a nutrient that helps keep your body's blood and nerve cells healthy and helps make DNA, the genetic material in all of your cells. Do you want a little more context?
Yes.
Vitamin B12 is a nutrient that helps keep your body's blood and nerve cells healthy and helps make DNA, the genetic material in all of your cells. Vitamin B12 also helps prevent megaloblastic anemia, a blood condition that makes people tired and weak.
Okay. Hey, Google, what are symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency?
According to Mayo Clinic, symptoms are rare but can include fatigue, breathlessness, numbness, poor balance, and memory trouble.
Okay. So, hey, Google, what is the difference between cyanocobalamin and methylcobalamin?
On the website healthline.com, they say, cyanobalamin is a synthetic form of vitamin B12 found only in supplements, while methylcobalamin is a naturally occurring form that you can get through either food sources or supplements. People also ask me, why is methylcobalamin better? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website austinpublishinggroup.com, they say, methylcobalamin helps in the synthesis of neuronal lipids, regeneration of axonal nerves, and has neuroprotective activity, which promote neurons to function in proper way and thus improves Alzheimer's disease, Parkinsonism, dementia, and neuropathic syndromes. It is an approved treatment for peripheral neuropathy.
That's pretty interesting, no? All right, so let's go on from here. Now, I was waiting till halfway down the road in order to share this part of the class because I wanted to make sure whoever was coming in would be in before I shared it. And this is a mega important, very interesting thing. And that is years ago, our ancestors used to walk around barefooted most of the time. And we thought it was just, how can we say that's just the way they were at that time? But there's a lot more to it. First of all, we get an electrical current from the ground from walking barefoot. Whether you go outside and walk in the grass, whether you go to the ocean and walk on the sand, whether you go to the forest and walk, I wouldn't walk barefoot in the forest, but you could. And so the scientists have discovered something called grounding or earthing. And that is done by two ways. Either you walk outside, or in today's world, now you can go on like Amazon, or you can go to Walmart.com, I think has it also, and you can get an earthing pad, PAD. An earthing pad looks like a big sheet of fabric, and it has metal wire running through it, which of course you would not feel the metal, but it charges the feet. I have one under where I sit here at the computer and the table. I make sure I do not walk around the house with shoes on, but I keep socks on at all times. the current will go through socks. Or if you have leather sole shoes, the current goes through leather sole shoes. Now I'm going to ask my buddy over here to give some more detailed information about this, and then we'll come back and continue to discuss it. Hey Google, the health benefits of an earthing or grounding pad.
On the website ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, they say, grounding appears to improve sleep, normalize the day-night cortisol rhythm, reduce pain, reduce stress, shift the autonomic nervous system from sympathetic toward parasympathetic activation, increase heart rate variability, speed wound healing, and reduce blood viscosity. I also found an answer to this question. Do earthing pads really work? Do you want to hear it?
Yes. I know it works.
On the website healthline.com, they say, according to the experts and available research, grounding mats do have positive effects on human physiology. They work by creating an electrical connection between your body and the earth, simulating the effect of walking barefoot directly on the ground.
So, let's see if we get a secondary information on that. Hey Google, what does grounding do for the body?
On the website sciencedirect.com, they say, earthing refers to the discovery that bodily contact with the Earth's natural electric charge stabilizes the physiology at the deepest levels, reduces inflammation, pain, and stress, improves blood flow, energy, and sleep, and generates greater well-being. People also sometimes ask me, how long should you ground a day? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes, about 30 minutes, I think.
Sure, 30 minutes, and we're starting now.
No. Hey Google, no. Error. Hey Google. That was an error. Okay?
To report a problem or recommend.
Okay, let's go on. Okay, earthing or grounding is from way back when. People used to get it naturally by running around barefoot. We don't run around barefoot these days. Wherever you drink your coffee or hot tea or whatever you drink in the morning, or you use your computer, is a time when you're sitting for quite a while, and therefore it's a great place to put the pad. You can buy them online. They're not expensive, and they'll ship it right to your house. It's definitely worth what it costs. It does make a mega big difference in the quality of health. Now, if a person has cement floors or wooden floors and they're on a ground floor, then they can get those surfaces as well. So, let's go on. There is a cream that I bought a while back. It was recommended to me from a friend of mine in Crown Heights who was studying to be a doctor. Used to sit next to me in a Shabbos dinner that I used to go to. Their family, I called the husband Shabbos Levi. And this doctor told me about this cream called Progesterone Cream. So I went online and looked everywhere and anywhere, and I found it online. It's called sourcenaturals.com. It's cheap. It's not expensive. I think it runs maybe $10 or max $20, because I just bought like 6 or 8 containers and I leave it in the bathroom. So I don't have any idea as far as the memory of the price, but I know I don't spend a lot of money for anything because I always find the right deals and the right quality. But in any case, Progesterone Cream. What I do is every day when I shower, after the shower, I put it under my eyes, over my eyes, on my neck, around my mouth, on top of my hands, and it's an anti-wrinkle substance. It works phenomenal. So that the days you don't put any makeup on, you'll look like you have it. And I recommended it to many people that were up there in years, and they called me back freaking out about how great the stuff is. Oh, well, thank you for recommending it, and this and this and this. So I recommend that everybody start to get it and use it, but more so tell your friends as well, because, or family or whoever, because everybody could stand to stay young, since any day now death and evil will be removed from this world, and we don't want to spend the rest of our life looking all wrinkled, Anyway, going on to bitter and
Brand progesterone.
huh?
What brand progesterone cream?
The company is called sourcenaturals.com. And the container is a red top with a white container, and they don't, and it I think it's about 5 ounces or something in a container. If you don't find them, let me know. I think the phone number's on the container in the bathroom. So call me after class and I'll look for it for you. But it's been really good. It's been a blessing. Another thing that helps the skin is collagen. On top of getting collagen through foods, taking a collagen supplement is also a good idea. If the thing says to take 4 or 5 a day, take 1. And make sure you eat some food that has collagen in it. Like we said in the beginning of class, that meat broth, whether it's chicken or beef bones, broth has collagen naturally. And I wanted to tell you also, Rachel, that the rabbi said if we order from the kosher store out there in Minnesota, that if we're going to go to Bismarck for Purim, and yes, the party's on, they'll bring our order over to Bismarck so that we have a way to get it without paying shipping. So I just thought I'd share that with you. That's another thing to call me after class about. Anyway, let me see what we got here. Isn't progesterone a hormone? Any side effects? Up to now, I haven't found any side effects whatsoever. I do not take it by mouth. It's a cream that I rub on my face, over my eyes, under my eyes, around my mouth, and on my neck, and on top of my hands. And Baruch Hashem, wrinkle-free. And today was my birthday. I am now 60. My husband said I'm 68, right? I decided to stop counting, I'm telling you. I'm going to stay young forever, and that's it, yalla. Anyway, going on. Let's see what else we have on the agenda here. I did a research on the health benefits of caraway seeds. Caraway seeds are, Bubby Miriam, to answer your question, progesterone, I don't think, and collagen does not have side effects either, because it comes from food. But like I say, I don't take, if the bottle says 4 or 5 pills, I take 1, and then I look up the list of what foods have collagen. And if you do a rewind on this class, in the beginning I gave a big list of foods that have collagen. But now we're talking about caraway seeds. What are caraway seeds? If you get a nice, good piece of rye bread, usually it has seeds. And the seeds the rye bread has are caraway seeds. And they all wonderful health benefits. So we're going to ask my buddy over here what it has. Hey, Google, what are the health benefits of caraway seeds?
I found 7 on the website webmd.com. Vitamin A, potassium, magnesium, calcium, phosphorus, niacin, and finally, folate.
Hey, Google, what does caraway seeds do for the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, caraway is a rich source of vitamins and minerals. However, the same aspects that make caraway so potent can also create health complications for people with certain medical conditions. One of the most interesting properties of caraway seeds is their potential to help reduce chronic inflammation. People also sometimes ask me, does caraway seeds lower blood pressure? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website mishri.com, they say, improves cardiovascular health. So, a mineral-rich diet, caused by the ingestion of caraway seeds, would help in the removal of excess water from your body, thus lowering your blood pressure.
That's good. Also, potassium does that. Potassium is a mineral. There's a mineral chelator in the atmosphere. And that's another thing we spoke about in the very beginning of the class, that potassium needs to be supplemented just to make sure you have enough. I take 499, milligram or micrograms every morning, along with a banana, and the body will take what it needs and get rid of the rest. But potassium balances the water in the body. It is balancing of the electrolytes. It takes care of the level of salt in the body. Therefore, potassium is one mineral that must be kept an eye on. In other words, get yourself some mineral supplements of potassium. Take 1 or 2 every morning and forget about it. You don't have to think anymore. And try to buy bananas every time you go shopping and eat one every morning. It'll help you with the bathroom as well. Going on. Here's a very, very interesting way to get vitamin A. We said earlier in the class that vitamin A causes the body to enhance its production of collagen, which means the skin is definitely going to have a better appearance. What has high levels of vitamin A? Sweet potatoes. In today's world we live in, you can now go to the supermarket and buy sweet potatoes that are non-GMO. And I believe Cashwise has them for us over here in Dakota. But they're non-GMO and they have a kosher hechsher in a can. And we buy cans and cans of sweet potatoes. I put them in everything. I put them in meat stews. I put them in soups. I put them even in breakfast omelets sometimes. They're awesome even to put on the side of your eggs in the morning. But they are a powerhouse of vitamin A. And they taste very good. Going on. Let's see if I have did I forget anything? Okay, pecans. Pecans are excellent for the body. What do they do for the body? Hey Google, what do pecans do for the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, pecans are a good source of calcium, magnesium, and potassium, which help lower blood pressure. Do you want a little more context?
Yes. Yes. You awake?
Raw pecans pack a 1, 2, 3 punch of protein, healthy fats, and fiber that can help keep you energized and satisfied. Pecans are a good source of calcium, magnesium, and potassium, which help lower blood pressure. Most of the fat found in pecans is a healthy type called monounsaturated fat.
Excellent. I highly recommend that when you buy yourself a multivitamin, if it doesn't say vitamins and minerals, that in today's world we live in, there are various companies making what they call multi-minerals, which is a supplement or a pill that has the important minerals most of all. And there's another substance called boron, which helps the bones quite a bit. And Bobby Miriam, if you're listening to the class still, and you want to ask me those questions we're talking about, now would be a good time to give me a call on my phone so as to ask me those questions so we can answer them while we're still in the class. And let's ask about boron. Hey Google, what does boron do for the body?
On the website rxlist.com, they say, boron is used for building strong bones, treating osteoarthritis, as an aid for building muscles and increasing testosterone levels, and for improving thinking skills and muscle coordination. People also sometimes ask me, what are the benefits of boron? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes. Improving thinking skills. Whoop.
My apologies, I don't understand.
I said yes. Hey Google, what does boron do for the body?
On the website rxlist.com, they say, boron is used for building strong bones, treating osteoarthritis, as an aid for building muscles and increasing skills and muscle coordination. People also sometimes ask me, what are the benefits of boron? Do you want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website nih.gov, they say, as the current article shows, boron has been proven to be an important trace mineral because it, 1, is essential for the growth and maintenance of bone, 2, greatly improves wound healing, 3, beneficially impacts the body's use of estrogen, testosterone, and vitamin D, 4, boosts magnesium absorption, 5, reduces.
Hey Google, what are the health benefits of boron?
On the website ncbi.nlm.nih.gov, they say, as the current article shows, boron has been proven to be an important trace mineral because it, 1, is essential for the growth and maintenance of bone, 2, greatly improves wound healing, 3, beneficially impacts the body's use of estrogen, testosterone, and vitamin D, 4, boosts magnesium absorption, 5, reduces. People also ask me, who should not take boron? Want to hear the answer?
Yes.
On the website verywellhealth.com, they say, at higher doses, skin flushing, convulsions, tremors,
Boy.
vascular collapse, and even fatal poisonings at 5 to 6 grams in infants and 15 to 20 grams in adults have been reported.
So you
In
don't
addition,
wanna
boron
overdo it.
is eliminated primarily through the kidneys, so it should be avoided by people with kidney disease or problems with kidney function.
Interesting. I've been taking it for a long time. I learned about it from a chiropractor. I use it frequently, but not every day, but quite frequently. Bubby Miriam, you there?
So I had two
Uh-huh.
convicted to two different people. Sometimes, at least my husband, sometimes men are not so easily, affected by these things, to take things and so forth. At least in my life, my husband.
Well, gummies are better, or here's another one you can do. If he drinks a good glass of juice in the day or something that has flavor, you may be able to open up some of these supplements and put them in the food. If the food has a strong enough flavor.
I used to put, what do you call it, in the soups that I made, homeopathic remedies that I was using years ago.
Yeah, that works. So you can work with it that way.
So there's multiple things with my husband. He has multiple things right now. He has
God
with
forbid.
his heart. He has a heart problem. He had his heart. The heart. He had a procedure done where they clean out the arteries. Are you still listening to this thing now? Am I disturbing?
No, I told you to call now because I gave over all the stuff I had noted on my notepad, and so you had told me you wanted to ask questions or whatever.
Yes, so hard. And also he has, they stuck in a catheter when they did the heart thing, so now he has a little bit of a bladder. Well, he had it before he had a bladder issue. He had this interstitial cystitis condition. I guess they aggravated it now, so it disturbs his sleep. He can only sleep like a couple hours, and he gets up. But
Okay,
the
first
issue.
First, I recommend for the bladder and the liver and all of that, it's called milk thistle. It's a supplement. Milk thistle.
Milk thistle.
And it's good
What
for
form does it come in?
It can come in a pill. It can come, in fact, they even sometimes put it with other, like a combination. Like I had bought NAC a while back, and it came with milk thistle in it. So the best way to do shopping like that is online. You go and type in.
What are the benefits of the NAC?
Okay, there's a lot of
I know
benefits.
you've been talking about it a lot. I'd never heard of it before you mentioned it.
So let me ask my buddy over here, and you can hear it. Hey Google, what does NAC do for the body?
On the website webmd.com, they say, NAC helps to replenish glutathione levels in the body. It also aids in regulating glutamate. These functions may help to improve brain health and benefit people with conditions such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases.
Okay. Hey Google, the health benefits of milk thistle.
I found a list on the website healthline.com. Here are 7 science-based benefits of milk thistle. Here are the first 6. Milk thistle protects your liver. It may help prevent age-related decline in brain function. Milk thistle could protect your bones. It may improve cancer treatment. It can boost breast milk production. And it could help treat acne. By the way, if you want to see the whole list, you can check out the link I just sent to your phone.
You started that again now. Okay. So, there are various things that, as far as the heart is concerned, you should go back and see the video of this class again, because in the beginning I was mentioning different things. One of the main things that I spoke about in this class that helps that, believe it or not, is called grounding or earthing. If you go online,
I heard that part.
I'm sorry?
I heard when you were speaking about grounding or earthing, this pad that you said.
And you can even put it in a bed that he could lay down on it. Put it under a sheet. It has no feeling. You wouldn't know it was there. But it puts a current into the body on a very low level. And that current does a lot of restoration to the body. Did you hear all the benefits, or I should ask again?
I was listening at that time, and I did write down some things. It's hard, it goes a little bit quickly.
Yeah, let me ask again. Hey Google, what does earthing do for the body?
On the website sciencedirect.com, they say, earthing refers to the discovery that bodily contact with the Earth's natural electric charge stabilizes the physiology at the deepest levels, reduces inflammation.
Okay. Hey Google, the health benefits of grounding.
On the website sciencedirect.com, they say, earthing connects people to the Earth's natural healing energy, reduces inflammation, pain, and stress, improves blood flow, sleep, and vitality. Earthing is a simple, profound lifestyle addition, requiring no effort or dieting. Earthing is a grossly overlooked factor in health and healing. I also found an answer to this question. How long should you ground a day? Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
On the website innermetal.com, they say, how long does it take for earthing to work? Most studies list daily earthing of 30 minutes to an hour as beneficial. Earth grounding happens pretty much instantly, so there is no need to call in sick, be late to work, again, or walk around the office barefoot all day.
And after you start to do it, I've been doing it for over a year now, a couple of years. And like I said, I bought a pad and I put it under where I sit to work with the computer or where I study, and I drink my coffee here. So whenever I sit down, I make sure I don't wear shoes in the house, only socks, because it will go through socks. It does not.
It's called an earthing pad?
Yes. A grounding pad or an earthing pad.
And what kind of a store do you buy it in? A drugstore?
Yeah, well, I bought it online. You can go to Amazon or Walmart.com. You look for it. It's not, they have cheap ones. Get yourself a cheap one. I bought cheap. I didn't buy expensive. And the one I bought is supposed to be where you put it on the bed under the sheet, but I just folded it in half and I put it under my feet over here because I didn't want to put it in the bed.
So you could put it in the bed and sleep on it. Maybe
yes.
That would help him sleep.
Then you have 8 hours of it, So, and it works with the grounding of the electrical outlet.
So it doesn't have to just be on your feet. It can be on the body.
Exactly. As long as it's touching the body.
Interesting. It could be under the sheet.
Right. And so you would go to YouTube.
On the skin, right? It could be through the sheet also.
Oh yeah. No, but it goes if you wear socks around your house and you have the pad by the computer or wherever you sit for a while, you just put it right there. So when you sit down, if you only have socks on, it's going to go right through the sock every time you sit down in your chair, which is what I do. That way I don't have to think about doing it. It happens automatically. You know what I'm saying? And I found it to be the best way for me. And that way, and it's lasted a long time, and that way I wrap it around under the table to my husband's side too, and we both use it. So there's, and that your husband shouldn't mind doing whenever he gets out of bed, because all he has to do is put his feet on the ground here. And if he's wearing socks and not shoes, it's going to do it. There's no feeling, you don't feel anything. But I'll tell you something, I see a notable difference in the quality of health from using it.
So very interesting.
And it goes through many different areas. What I suggest is if you can find 2 extra minutes when it's not class, go to YouTube and put in a search in YouTube, in the search bar of YouTube, writing grounding or earthing, or both words, grounding, earthing, and look at, there'll be umpteen videos that'll come up that'll give you a lot more information. I'm giving you very minimal comparative.
Okay. All right.
But I guarantee you it'll be a mega help to you and your husband.
God willing.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a specific thing about another person. On Shabbos, I gave a class in someone's house, apartment actually.
Uh-huh.
And I seen this woman outside when I'm walking to and fro from work. I noticed her. She's not so old. She looks like she's like in her early 50s maybe.
Uh-huh.
Middle 50s the most. A year and a half ago, she had a stroke.
Oh my.
And she, like, outside, she's being pushed around in a wheelchair. She's like not a heavy person. She's like a slender build.
Does she have a computer?
I imagine she does.
If she does, tell her to look up Dr. John Bergman.
Dr. John?
Uh-huh. And then the last name is Bergman, all one word.
Bergman.
And there's another doctor too, Dr. Tent, Tent. Those 2 doctors will convince her beyond the shadow of a doubt that if she will first start by changing what and how she eats, she's going to be so much better, even just with that.
Yes, she has a partial paralysis right now, but the interesting thing is she has pain all the time.
Uh-huh.
And I know my mother, when she had a stroke, she had no pain from the part of her body that was paralyzed, because it's like, it's not functioning anymore.
According to
Dr. I told her that the fact that she has pain shows that part of her body still has life.
Also, but the pain is her body telling her there's something that's wrong that needs to be fixed. Okay? When a person's body has any kind of ailment, that ailment is a notification to the person that there's something that needs changing or fixing. A lot of those type of things you can learn from Dr. Bergman and Dr. Tent. I learned, like, for example, all my life since I was a little kid, I've always had issues with going to the bathroom. Sitting there for a long time, whatever. So I learned from Dr. Tent that there's something in the food right now that causes that to be even more of a backup. And he was saying how if persons went 2 or 3 days without pooping, that they pooped inside themselves and died. So when I heard that, it really woke me up to the fact that fiber is not optional. And even if the fiber is not going to work in a couple days, then take a mild laxative. Not consistently, not doubling up, not this and that, but to make sure that I'm on watch, that my body cleanses itself every day or two. So in like
Most people, I think it's every day.
right, it should be every day, but it can go one more day without being detrimental. So on the second day is when I really get on it to make sure that I take care of business. And there are various different types of things that people have and do and can change. My situation, fiber. Another person has different things. About the heart, there are various foods for the heart, but there are also various supplements. Let me see what my buddy over here tells me. Hey Google, what supplements help the heart?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that, but I found something related. Do you want to know what vitamins help your heart work smoothly?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this is all being recorded.
On the website nih.gov, they say, vitamin C is a powerful dietary antioxidant that has received considerable attention in the literature related to its possible role in heart health.
Okay, if you can get your hands on a juice, Bubby Miriam, called Acerola.
What?
There's a juice that they used to have in Puerto Rico. You might be able to get it frozen. And it's called Acerola. And that juice.
A juice?
Yep. Hey, Google, no. There we go. There's a juice called Acerola. It grows wild in Puerto Rico, and it has mega amounts of vitamin C. If you can find it frozen, which I saw somewhere, somebody had it, it could be a very big help to you, because you can mix it with some orange juice and whatever, and give him a glass of juice to drink, and you're upping his vitamin C tremendously. Vitamin C also comes in gummies. So if he doesn't like...
He in the past had an issue with taking vitamin C because he has, with his digestive thing, he used to have a lot of problems all his life when he was younger with ulcers and, what do you say, acid reflux. Not acid reflux. I think maybe it's like acid.
Well, let me tell you.
Vitamin C would disturb that, and he couldn't take vitamin C. It would make.
Well, let me tell you what the problem with that is. The reason a person has that is not that they need antacid, but that they need acid. Acid, hydrochloric acid.
I wrote that down. You gave a whole long thing about it, and I wrote it down. I have a lot of notes on it.
Hydrochloric acid should restore his stomach to a normal function, and then the vitamin C is not a problem. It's not the vitamin C that caused the problem.
He has to be willing to become a serious participant. Otherwise, it's hard.
Well, ask him, is it better to go to doctors and take chemicals? Is it better to risk your life? Because pharmaceuticals these days, they don't want to see people healthy. They don't make money that way. They create.
Not all people are aware of these things, because some people don't think there's any alternative.
Maybe she can sneak in some spices that help. Because I know I was just looking up about one of my favorite spices right now. Cardamom is good for all the things, but also for digestion. And we here at home, it's also a pain reliever. I found. I think it was you that told me, but pineapple juice, and we put ginger in it.
Yeah. Cardamom you can put in coffee.
Pineapple juice and ginger. Good, and we like drinking that a lot.
Pineapple is a painkiller, you should know.
Right, and that might be good for her friend with the stroke too. I found some spices that are good for the heart I could list off real quick.
Yeah, go right ahead.
You know turmeric or curcumin,
Uh-huh.
and that's number one. Ginger,
Uh-huh.
cinnamon.
You're talking about now for the stroke, for the person with the stroke?
No.
For heart, this is heart healthy, but this is good for everybody. They have a lot of anti-inflammatory. There's a lot of health benefits to these, but this is for the heart, and some are for digestion too. The cardamom's for digestion, but ginger's good not only for heart but digestion and all kinds of things.
Yeah, ginger has a big list.
Yeah, cinnamon, and these also reduce blood sugar and just all kinds of things they do. There's
You know what I
many
do? Let me break 1 second here. And that is that I make coffee for me and my husband every morning. And I put cinnamon and ginger and a little touch of Himalayan salt. And I put a little bit of pumpkin spice because it has, what's that spice we use for besamim?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. The pumpkin spice has
Cloves.
cloves. So pumpkin spice has cloves in it. So I put a little dash of that in the coffee grinds too. And every day when we drink our coffee, we drink all of that stuff in the coffee.
Okay, so we drink our
and that's
coffee.
what my Trio brew
We don't
has.
drink our coffee. He doesn't drink coffee at all. And now I'm not supposed to have coffee because I have a certain thing, and it's definitely helped me to go off caffeine because this thing isn't hurting me and it isn't stopping me from walking like it was, and I don't have to have an operation on it. And I notice as soon as I start using caffeine again, whether it's tea or coffee,
Wow.
It affects it immediately almost.
Wow.
So neither of us are drinking, once in a while he drinks real tea, but he doesn't drink very, very rarely he drinks coffee. He's like just has a natural high in his system. He's never been a coffee drinker all his life.
Yeah, no,
So
I've always
I don't
had
know
one
what
cup
certain
in the
things
morning.
I don't know where to hide it. You know what I mean? I don't know what to put it into to hide it.
You're gonna have to
So-
sit down.
Let me. I can't drink coffee or tea either, and I drink. They have come out with a thing with cacao beans, which is chocolate, and chocolate is also good for people with the heart and for strokes too. So they take a good part. They make the Creole brew, and it's like coffee. You brew it like coffee, but it's chocolate. And they also add, I get one that has cinnamon and some cayenne, which is also good for heart health in there. And then I also add cardamom or different spices like the ribizzi, like Iska does. And that's how I drink that. And it doesn't give me the jitters or any of the issues that I've had with coffee and tea and the other allergy-related things I have with it.
That's interesting because chocolate also has caffeine in it, right?
Yeah, but much lower
It's
level.
not- This is
Much
caffeine
less.
free. It has theobromine in it. And theobromine is actually a good heart healthy thing to be taking. And it has magnesium, which is good for the headaches and good for the heart. And it
Yeah.
also helps you go to sleep. You don't get that boost that helps regulate that and help you sleep better. So it might
So
help
what
them
do you
sleep
do?
better
You get just
too.
you get powdered chocolate?
It's
Yeah.
called Creole Brew. If you go to the website, CRIOBRU.
CRIOCRU.
No, no.
You?
No, do it again. She didn't hear it. No.
CRIOB.
Be like
Are-
boy.
Yeah, be like boy. Brew.
CRIO.
What's the end?
It's CRIO, Creole,
Okay.
and then brew.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all one word.
It's two. Here, let me grab it.
Okay.
Will
So
you-
she's
I mean,
saying
she won't be able to
C
see
like
it.
candy, RIO, and then the second word is brew, BREW.
Oh, Creole Brew. I
Right.
see. Okay.
That's the name of the
Got
website.
Got
So
it.
she
Creole
went to
Brew.
go find it, I guess, to show it to us.
And it's marked. It's kosher. It's gluten-free, vegan, non-GMO. You can get organic.
Okay.
Oh.
Creole
Lovely.
brew.
What does it taste like?
It depends on the flavor. There's
Huh?
you can get extra chocolate
Can you
flavor.
stop this thing from recording? It's good. I hear it repeating in the background. It's kind of giving
Okay,
a
so
little bit of a headache with my sinus.
one
thing.
second. We're
Now,
going to end the
is there any way
YouTube
you can
class
stop it?
now. I can't stop it, but I can end the class, the
Oh,
recording
okay.
of the class. It's an hour and 15 minutes. We've gone long enough with them. And you guys stay on Zoom and we'll finish this up. Zoom
One
and
thing I
phone.
want to add when people
Thanks for
see
coming in,
turmeric,
YouTubers. Hope you enjoyed the class. We'll be back again next Sunday night with the next round. Have a bracha tzlacha v'simcha week, and happy Purim to all, and Zai Gabench. Don't go away, ladies. Hold on. We're trying to finish this.
you might tell them real quick that when they have turmeric to make sure they have pepper with.